we perform at our best when we were at the optimum, people use that term, the zone or the optimum level of arousal or whatever it is. But it's like a bell curve, right? And when you're right at the peak of the bell curve, which is intensity on one side and performance level, or challenge and skill level is one that's really good. But you can get too intense. And when you get too intense, your nervous system shuts you down. And there are some very specific things that you can observe in a person. It, to me, looks like, I don't care, I give up. But it's the collapse response in the system. And that can happen the night before. That can happen so early on that people go, and they shut down right away. And they show up, they wake up the morning, they have the performance, and they're sluggish. Maybe they don't want to get out of bed. Maybe they kind of go, oh, I'm sick today. Someone else is going to have to cover for me. And what we all say in this activity is they have a bad attitude, they're not organized, they're not managing their time well. Now that can also happen during the performance. That's, I think, a really important thing to know. And we kind of graph it out. I graph it out a little bit in the book, but it can happen in a performance. Here's the classic example. Someone blows up, they come off the stage or the field or the floor or whatever, and they look like they don't care, right? They're not upset. They're not, crying. They just look like they don't care. Well, to me, that is like a walking faint, right? Their nervous system has shut them down almost to the point where they're going to collapse into almost a faint. They're numb, they're flat. And we say, you don't care, you're not trying hard enough. When in actual fact, most of the time what happens is their nervous system has gotten them so jacked up so fast that they can't perform at that level because everything starts going haywire and their nervous system has shut them down.